All right, Shalom. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect worldwide that believe in His truth. Coming with the article real quick. Just something that had caught my eye. I was going through my news feed, and I thought it was spiritual, and it was more like a omen to come of America and Babylon the Great. And this is from the National Geographic website. It's a headline: 13 bald eagles died in mysterious incident. All right, 13 bald eagles died in mysterious incident. It says wildlife authorities are investigating an unusual mass death on Maryland's eastern shore. All right. Now, like I said, this is like an omen, and it's very spiritual, because the bald eagle is the great symbol of America, the great symbol of the United States. Okay, and it's in the scriptures as well, and I'm gonna prove that. But it also says 13 bald eagles. Now, when you look throughout history, as for or American history, 13 is a very symbolic number. All right, pertaining to America. So I'm gonna just get a little background information on that. And what I have here is the 13 colonies. All right, the 13 colonies from Wikipedia. Okay, and this is basically how America got its start, through these 13 colonies that were established here in the eastern part of the United States. So it says the 13 colonies were a group of British colonies on the east coast of North America, founded in the 16th and 17th centuries, that declared independence in 1776 and formed the United States. The 13 were Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Georgia, Connecticut, Massachusetts Bay, Maryland, South Carolina, New Hampshire, Virginia, New York, North Carolina, North Carolina, and Rhode Island and Providence plantations. All right. So America was founded upon 13 colonies. All right. Not only that, like I said, it's a spiritual number, right? You have 13 bloodlines, the so-called Illuminati families. All right. It says, who really controls world events from behind the scenes? Years of extensive research and investigation have gone into this massively documented work, and the 624-page large-format book, Fritz Springmeier, discloses mind-boggling facts and never-before-revealed truths about the top Illuminati dynasties. Now, when you read Psalm the 64th chapter, it talks about they shall make their tongue to fall upon themselves, meaning that these top banking families and their structure is going to be exposed. All right, and it's 13 families. All right. So I'm just going to it. It says the Astor bloodline, the Bundy bloodline, the Collins bloodline, the DuPont bloodline, the Freeman bloodline, the Kennedy bloodline, the Lee bloodline, the Onassis bloodline, the Reynolds, the Rockefeller, the Rothschild, the Russell, and the Van Dyne bloodline. All these make up 13 bloodlines. So this number here, 13, is very spiritual. Okay, it's very spiritual. Let's see. It says this eagle is one of 13 found dead on a farm in Maryland Saturday, raising big questions. And I believe Maryland was one of the original 13 colonies. I believe I read that. Right, Maryland. Okay. So like I said, this is an omen to America going down. So I'm just gonna read some of this. It says it's a whodunit for the animal kingdom. State and federal wildlife officials are trying to find out what happened to 13 bald eagles that were discovered dead on Maryland's eastern shore on Saturday. It says the birds of prey were found on a farm in rural Caroline County, about 90 miles east of Washington, D.C., and just west of the 3,800-acre Idlewild Natural Area. A man looking for shed deer antlers found some of the birds and phoned state officials, who then found several more. We don't know the cause of death yet and are asking the public for help with information, says Catherine Hibbert, the spokesperson for the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, which is investigating the case, along with the Maryland Natural Resources Police. Alright, so there's just a little insight on what's going on. Let me read this here. It says, never have we seen this many eagles involved, Hibbert says, stressing that the investigation is ongoing. And the national symbol of the U.S., right, like I said, bald eagles were nearly wiped out by hunting, pesticides, and habitat loss in the 20th century. However, they have rebounded in recent decades thanks to strict protections and banning of DDT, which caused their eggshells to be too thin. Bald eagles were officially removed from endangered and threatened status in the U.S. in 2007, although they still enjoy protected under the Bald and Golden Eagle Protection Act and the Migratory Bird Treaty Act. All right, so as you can see, America's great symbol, the bald eagle. All right, 13 of them were found dead in Maryland. Okay. So I'm not going to make this too long. I'm just going to read a couple scriptures. Start at Isaiah 47:8. It says, therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. And this is speaking about America. Okay? It says, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in the perfection of thy multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. And that goes back to these bloodline families, man. All right, the Most High, which these families go back to the Edomites, Esau. These families, they use their witchcraft and their enchantments to put control over the people. All right, but the Most High is going to put an end to that. All right, so I'm gonna get one more scripture. Let's go to the book of Obadiah. Another book of Obadiah. Obadiah. Obadiah, chapter 1. Start at the first verse. It says, the vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, that are greatly despised. And you can see how these different nations, they're starting to come against America. Actually got Russia, which are Edomites as well. They're coming against America as well. All right. It says, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. These so-called Caucasians or cave dwellers, these Edomites, these so-called white people. All right. It says, the pride of thine heart it has been deceived, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? And you can see symbolically, all right, America has been brought down to the ground. As soon to this omen of these 13 bald eagles being killed or dying. All right. Verse 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right. So Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, he's bringing this place down. Okay, so with that, I'm gonna end it there. I hope that this was edifying. I guess you could say this is dealing with news and prophecy, current news. Just to edify the elect and all the brothers and sisters out there that do believe. Yo, America's on its way up out of here, man. We almost into the kingdom of heaven. So with that, like I said, I'm in the day. I'm gonna give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone that rule well. Peace and blessings to the rest of the brothers, the elect. And until the next lesson, Shalom.